So there are many ways to approach places in Elden Ring. Obviously, we're coming up on a place here called Castle Mourne, and the player can be sort of led here by some friendly NPCs who are nearby, or they can stumble upon it on their own. But this is a place where very bad things have happened, and you kind of have to take it upon yourself to come down this way. Castle Mourne is an optional dungeon, and it's kind of curious because it's bigger than like the caves and the catacombs that I got to experience in this game.
Okay.
But certainly not as big as, say, a legacy dungeon. And we just passed a minor Erd tree right there. You want to get those?
I'll rewind. This right here?
Yeah, you're going to want to look for these little outcroppings. You've probably seen the giant Erd trees in the marketing for this game.
Yes.
This is a minor Erd tree, sort of like an outcropping, and they will give you really valuable seeds and stuff that you can use to upgrade your flasks. So
Okay. Awesome.
this will let you get more flasks, essentially. You know, if you're familiar with Dark Souls, you know about like the Estus flask system. This will give you more healing potions or mana potions, essentially.
Awesome.
Now, what's interesting about that is that as you continue to upgrade your flasks, you're going to need more of those. So you can travel the world to try to find all of these little minor Erd tree outcroppings to really enhance your flasks to new heights.
So I see right here there's a little... Is that an item on the ground?
That is. That's just a... I have no idea what that is, but
Sure.
it's probably
Okay.
just, it could be anything. I don't know.
I saw a pale yellow light and assumed it was an item, but just wanted to stop there. So those urn trees are scattered throughout the world, help you upgrade your items.
Minor Erd trees to upgrade your flasks, yes.
To fight guys like this.
This is, I approached him a little bit differently when I fought him.
Okay.
I went around the entire castle and came at him from behind. But this works too. Torrent gives you a lot of speed in the overworld. These, I don't even know what these are actually called, but I've just been calling them Titan Forged or Forged Soldiers. This is not the only one that I saw. They're a little bit more intimidating than regular human soldiers, and they operate very similar to the Tower Knight from Demon Souls, where you can knock them down on their knees and then smack them in the head. Well, in this case, not their head. They have a different weak point, as you'll see here. But yeah, knocking them down before you take it to them is a preferred method to take them on. They're much more dangerous than average enemies, but they're not like bosses or anything.
Yeah. Okay. I love that kill animation.
Yeah, I fought these in several different areas of Limgrave and Stormvale and the Weeping Peninsula, which is south of Limgrave, which is where we are currently hanging out at, where we're approaching this this castle, Castle Mourne, where I don't want to go into too much of the specifics, but really bad things have happened here, as they tend to do in From Software games.
Yeah, a castle, bad things happening. I mean, I figured we could tell by all the dead bodies on the floor, but yeah, something bad's gone down here. But what are we looking at right here, Dan? What is this?
This is an optional mini dungeon. Although, like I said, I was surprised to find that not only did we get to do a lot of very small dungeons in the network test, and of course, for this play session, for the cover story, we did get to play through the entirety of a legacy dungeon, which is Stormvale. But this dungeon sort of falls in between categories. It was certainly bigger and meatier than like the little caves and coves that you get to do in Limgrave.
So are we just triggering the dungeon right here? Is that what this light is?
This is a checkpoint. This is very similar to a bonfire from Souls. This is just a respawn point and a point where you can level up at and that kind of thing.
Makes sense.
Those are everywhere throughout the world, and you can teleport to and from them all over the place.
Cool.
And they make traversal quite easy, and you're going to be doing a lot of that. So they are a most welcome addition in this particular game. I know some people will be turned off by the fact there's fast travel, but the world is very big, and you're going to want to be hopping all over the place. Especially as you start doing quest chains and turning things in around the world. So yeah, here's Castle Mourne. This place has been ravaged.
This looks awesome.
And again, this is just a mini dungeon. This is an optional location you may not you don't have to come to ever if you don't want to.
So we're stealthing through here.
Stealth, again, they've taken aspects of all of their previous titles to pour into Elden Ring over at From Software, and yes, if you enjoyed stealthery in Sekiro, you're probably going to love it here. You can definitely sneak around some tough situations with it.
Awesome.
And you can get the drop on enemies that way, or just not fight in certain situations, like that room right there. Trust me, I fought my way through that room, and it was a lot friskier than the B-roll that our player is doing here.
the one right back here.
Yeah, it was kind of a nightmare. Those things hit really hard, and they're very fast. They're quite fragile, and I'm sure we'll get to see them up close in a minute. So
I just love like the composition of this shot. Like when you walk in here, it is jaw dropping. This looks so pretty to me, and makes me really want to explore this castle.
That makes you want to explore this castle? I don't know what's wrong with you. But
So you went in with swords swinging.
I did. It was, well, in my case, I had a massive troll hammer, but yes.
Oh, okay. So we're opening up a chest here. Now I noticed that was white. Does that mean anything?
I don't think that's any differentiation. It's
cool.
just it's a chest. It's got loot in it,
Cool, cool.
Here we go. So this is back. We've gone through the castle, and we're sort of this is like the back side of the castle. Again, a little bigger than the little mines and caves that dot the world. Not a ton bigger, but certainly meatier than a baby mini dungeon or catacomb that we saw in the network test.
And so we're seeing these dudes just fight it out.
Yeah, again, the castle has had some hard times here, and I think we'll get a closer look at. Essentially, these are chimeric Leonin items. Leonin denizens. So these are like lion creatures with other aspects to them, like like snake tails and feathers.
Okay.
So these are creepy things, creepy creatures, all over this place. And
I'll see if I can get a shot of one.
No, I think we get to see him a little bit.
Okay,
up
cool.
close in a second. I'm not entirely sure, but there are ladders to climb, battles to avoid. There are some really precarious jumps to be taking place, and that's something that I want to call out is very important in Elden Ring in general. Is a lot of these dungeon areas will have way bigger elements of verticality than previous games, because you do have a jump button, and they want you to use the jump button essentially. You can go all across parapets, and there's lots of locations where you're going to find jumping to be very valuable as an exploration tool, rather than the traditional exploration of a castle corridors. You're going to be jumping all over the place and finding stuff.
Man, that is an ugly dude. Look at that man. He's just creepy as hell. So this is us going up along the rampart that we came in that door earlier, up on the top left of the screen, and now we are ascending the castle, crossing the rampart. Yeah, going to what I assume is another fight.
They're all over in here. As it is a dungeon of sorts. And then here you got, some beautiful water, some jellyfish.
Okay, so jellyfish. And this is the part of the castle that you walked around to get the jump on that earlier Titan Forged guy. Is that correct?
Oh, no. You can't come back here. No. I just went
only in the
the exterior castle wall. This cool. You can only get in here from coming in the dungeon, I believe.
Okay.
To this section. I could be wrong, but that's as far as I know. And not shown as an area of like very dangerous jumping before this section that leads to another checkpoint. So you have a checkpoint going as you'll see there's a fog gate here.
Yeah.
And that means there's a boss in here.
Yeah. I've seen one of these before. And we kind of get a sneak peek of them as we're walking up, but you still have to walk through the fog gate, it looks like.
Yeah, you do have to go through the fog gate to fight the bosses. So here we go. This is the Leonine, am I pronouncing that right? Half-breed. And he was harder than the stuff that I found in the mini-dungeons.
Okay.
But not as hard as something like Godric the Grafted, the Stormville Legacy boss, or Margit the Fell Omen. He's a nasty
he's just a totally optional boss that you...
As far as I know, it's completely optional, correct. And there are good rewards for fighting him. This guy, that weapon he's using, the Grafted Greatsword, is quite powerful. And and offers a interesting, cool effect for those that can get it. You'll need massive stats in order to use it, though.
Okay.
But it does have a really cool ability.
That jump was... I just want to... Whoever's playing this game right now, this jump right here...
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
impressed.
me playing, but yeah,
No.
jump attacks are critical.
Yeah.
And that weapon comes with like a super cool self-buffing move, which is really neat to have, and you know, before a fight. But I couldn't wield it. It's called the Grafted Blade Greatsword, and it comes with the Oath of Vengeance ability.
Awesome. Well, Dan, anything else we should rewind to, or this is the end of our footage for what we're showing off today? Anything else before we close out?
Yeah, check out more at GameInformer.com. We'll have lots more coming.
Awesome. Yep.
I
And
think.
stay tuned to youtube.com/GameInformer for more exclusive footage on Elden Ring. If you're new around here, be sure to subscribe. Yeah, stay tuned for, of course, more preview footage, more exclusive footage, and eventually our review of the game. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.